Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Random Wavelength Podcast. This is the podcast where you join myself and Jake, and we talk about pretty much everything and anything. It could be movies, it will be gaming, or it could be what we had for the tea the night before. But before we get started, we have our first ever guest today on the Random Wavelength Podcast, and that is the one and only Ben Higgins.
Yo.
How are both of you doing today?
I'm alright, man. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm doing good too. I'm feeling a little intimidated now because it's 2 Bens to 1 Jake. The ratio has gone up.
We're taking over.
Yeah. We are, yeah. We need to kill all the Bens. There we go.
No.
That sounds like a worthy solution.
Alright, I agree, but how about we leave me and Higgins out of it?
You know,
That's
I'll
good.
be fine with that, yeah.
There we go.
And then I have to bring another Jake on the show just to balance it out.
Yeah.
Do you know any other Jakes?
I actually don't know any Jakes, no.
They're not out there.
No. I mean, there's Jacobs, but they're just like Jake with a little bit extra and spelt kind of funny.
They're not the real Jakes.
No.
Fake Jakes.
Yeah.
Fake Jakes.
All right. Anyway, so how are you feeling about being on the podcast, Ben?
Good. I was nervous initially, but more so excited. So it was cool.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I was nervous too.
Yeah.
I was Ben needs to still edit all 3 audios and that together as well. Yeah, that's the most nervous part.
I know. That's gonna be pain. But hey, I'll get through it. But yeah, it's exciting. I'm glad we've got our first guest on. I've wanted to have a guest on for a few episodes now, but feels like the perfect time for it.
Yeah.
It's been especially a busy couple of weeks as well in terms of, well, everything really. News.
So much has gone down. So much has happened.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my list of topics, and we've got at least 12 here. 12. Some of them are smaller. Don't get me wrong, but there's some beefy ones here.
At least somebody's prepared with a list. As I said on Twitter, my list is remember there's 2 Bens this time.
Yeah, you don't want to get confused.
No.
But how about we just start talking about what we've been gaming recently?
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Okay, go on, you start then. One of Ben's.
Go on, Higgins.
Alright. I started playing Kingdom Hearts 3 again, recently, which was really fun to get back into. Because I hadn't played it since I guess Remind. So yeah, it was good to get back into.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, no.
Jake knows
I
much
was
about
to
Kingdom
say,
Hearts.
I was going to say, as soon as you said about Kingdom Hearts, it's like, Freya's going to be like, yes.
Yes. Oh man,
It's like,
Kingdom
oh,
Hearts.
dear.
Oh, so good. I've been playing Kingdom Hearts as well.
I was going to say you've been playing it as well.
Yeah, I've been replaying all the games for the past month and a half or something like that now.
Yeah.
I finished Dream Drop Distance last Wednesday, and I watched Key Back Cover yesterday. But yeah, I'm getting through them.
Wait,
Yeah,
is Dream Drop Distance? Is that a game or one of those film
That's a game.
ones? That is one.
Dream Drop Distance is a game. The next one I've got, Jake, is Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage.
What a name.
0.2. Jesus.
That's the next one I've got. It's my favourite one. The name just sells it for me. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be a better way to name them or something. You know, it's not very enticing to new players with no idea where to start or what order to play.
Well,
them.
no one starts the franchise at that game. They start
Yeah,
at
to be
Kingdom
fair.
Hearts 1.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah. But
You play 1 and then that gets you into it.
what's the games before and after the 2.1 fragmented sleep thing?
After that, you got Kingdom Hearts 3.
Okay, and then I'm guessing before that is Kingdom Hearts 1?
Wait, what?
Wait, I have
Kingdom
no
Hearts
idea
2.
what that would...
Right, so here we are for another episode of Jake Can't Count. Jake, there's a number in between 1 and 3.
No, I meant 0.2 was in between 1 and 3, but then I realised no, it's not, it's before 1, so is it a prequel then?
Do you want me to give you the order?
Yeah, go on.
Alright then. So, you have Kingdom Hearts 1, right? That's the first game. And that, it launches you into it. You learn everything about the characters and how the Disney worlds work and Heartless and all of that. And then you have Rechain of Memories, which is the first side game. I have side games in quotation marks because they're not really side games.
Right.
Then they're all kind of very important to the story.
Oh, I see. So they should be like main games because you really need to know what happens in them, sort of thing.
Yeah, really, especially like Rechain of Memories. That's quite an important one. Then you have Kingdom Hearts 2. So that's not that complicated, is it, Jake?
No. One side game, 2.
Exactly. Then you got 358 over 2 days, which is the first like movie cutscene thing.
Wait, 358 over 2 days.
Over 2 days. Yeah.
Is that one title?
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days? Yeah. Like a fraction.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I got you. 3,
You know?
5 over. Okay. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Right. That's the first like movie. Right.
Right.
Then you've got, so this is all like in order, right? 358 over 2 days kind of happens before Kingdom Hearts 2, but you need to watch it after Kingdom Hearts 2, otherwise it kind of spoils stuff in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Right.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you've
Just
got,
gonna agree.
wait, I'm getting confused. Okay, then it's Birth by Sleep. Wait, yes, Birth by Sleep. And that's set 10 years before Kingdom Hearts 1.
Right. So this is the order they're coming out in, not the actual chronological order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like saying
That's
the Star
how you
Wars
should
film
play it.
was like the original 3, then the prequel, and then the threequel. See, rather than like the
Yeah.
prequel, then the original, then the new 3. Got it.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, pretty much. We'll go with that.
Just
And then you've
agree.
got-
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you've got Recoded, which is another movie, and that's set after 2.
Right. They really
think.
like to use the re prefix, don't they?
Yeah.
That's the ones that have like been remastered.
That makes sense. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And that one's not really important to the story. You can totally skip it if you want. Like the last 5 minutes are the only important thing.
Right.
But that's like the only one you could say you could skip in the franchise.
Okay.
only
So the
one.
rest are like you do need to play them and watch them and experience them. I guess is just the best way to say.
Yeah. And then after that, then it's Dream Drop Distance, which is what I just played. And that's after Recoded, I think.
Right.
Yeah, because that's Riku and Sora. Great game. Probably one of the better side ones. And then you watch Key Back Cover, which is set like 100 years before the first game.
Okay.
Or something
That's
ridiculous.
it's like key back, like back in time. 100
Yeah,
years.
real
I
back.
don't know. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, it's like way out there. And then it's 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a Fragmentary Passage,
So what's the
which
0.
is a direct...
What's the 0.2 part of it then? Why?
It's great naming tactics, Jake. You need to accept it. That's a direct sequel to Birth by Sleep.
So literally set right after, I'm guessing.
Yeah. And then you have Kingdom Hearts 3, Remind, Melody and Memory.
Okay, that's
Thumbs
the
up.
latest one. Yeah. God, that's too.
Yeah.
I remember watching a YouTube video by Polygon, Polygon Unraveled, Brian David Gilbert. I'm not sure if that rings any bells, but it was
Right.
it was like the timeline of Kingdom Hearts, and I watched it quite recently, and I still cannot comprehend it. It was like things you need to know, characters and all that, but I was like, this is just going straight like in my head and out the other ear almost.
I've been a fan
Well,
for a
you gotta
while,
play
and
it.
I kind of still don't understand. So like, it's okay.
Yeah. I feel like this is my second playthrough now, so I'm picking up a lot more and I'm understanding it a lot more, but there's still some bits that are a bit like, okay.
That's like me with
But,
Marvel films. I've watched them at least all once before, but I can't remember any of the early ones.
Yeah.
You gotta go through and watch them again, Jake.
Yeah, no, I mean just like you're playing Kingdom Hearts again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm loving it. You do need to play these games, Jake. You just,
It sounds
Yeah,
like
great.
so good.
And also watch
yeah.
the films. Where can you watch the films to then? Are they part of like a bundle or?
They're part of
Yeah.
the collections that you buy.
Oh, that's good then. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they all are.
Ben, I have a question.
Yeah.
What do you think of like the card games in KH?
Ben's
So,
been telling
like-
me about these. Yeah.
Rechain of Memories. I actually really like it.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like on the small minority that actually really likes Rechain of Memories. The gameplay is a bit repetitive. Like you go to the same like rooms, kill a bunch of Heartless or whatever, go to the next room. It gets a bit repetitive, but I actually really love the combat. Like it's so different and like more tactical, and you have to really think about the cards you're using and the sleights and everything like that. And I actually really like it. I know a lot of people don't.
Yeah, it just like annoyed me the whole time I was playing it.
So in the combat, you just literally select the cards. Then there's no character movement or anything like that.
Oh no, like it's like free movement, like an action adventure proper, like movement. But at the same time, you're selecting your cards. It's almost like they mix turn-based with full-on motion combat. It's really cool.
I mean, that sounds really interesting, but I can imagine it's quite difficult to get a hang of almost.
It takes a while. But eventually you get to it. It really shines in boss fights. Like, it's really good in boss fights, I find.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Bottom line, Kingdom Hearts, very confusing, but I need to play it.
Yeah.
Yes, you do, Jay. And like, they're always on sale. Like, you can pick up the all-in-one collection for like £25 like every other month. It's great.
Yeah, that's the one that normally costs like £90 or something, which includes most of them. Yeah,
all of them up to like 3.
Because that's the one you bought recently, isn't it? I remember you showing me.
Yeah, I bought it like 2 years ago.
What's that one you bought off that website? Because you were like, it's better than game on Amazon.
Melody of Memory.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet. I haven't played Remind and Melody of Memory yet. I'm going to play them.
Oh, you haven't played
Remind?
When
I finish KH3. Nah, I haven't done it yet. I haven't played it yet. I never got around to it a year ago, but I can't wait to. I bought it because it was on sale a couple of weeks ago. So when I finish KH3, I'm going to get on Reminds, and I can't wait.
Oh, it's so good, man.
Yeah, so good. But yeah, I mean, Jake, what have you been playing?
I haven't really had much time lately with mocks and revising that, but I did play a little bit of Red Dead Redemption, and I'm still really struggled to get into it. It's like I have no almost enthusiasm to keep playing on. I don't know, like
really?
Everyone says it's such a good game, and I'm like, I can't seem to like get into it, so to speak.
See, that's what I kind of got to when I first tried to play it.
Yeah, you kind of got sidetracked. It gets a bit repetitive, so you just want to play other games or something.
Yeah. I mean, like, I can see how good it is, and I enjoyed it at first, but eventually I kind of just fell out of it. So that's interesting. What is it about? Do you know if there's anything specifically about it that's happening?
I don't know. I mean, the story is, like, very mediocre, to be honest, at the moment. I mean, it's really immersive and all that, but I feel like it's a bit repetitive almost. It's like, ride horse, go to this place, do thing, ride back to camp, or do next one. I don't know, I just don't feel really invested in any of the story. Maybe I've just started chapter 3, 4.
Yeah.
We've moved twice now.
Right.
I don't know what the big city's called. It's like the first
Saint Denis?
Saint Denis, yeah. We've just started going into Saint Denis. If that places
cool.
it anywhere in the story.
I didn't get up to there. To there.
I really like Saint Denis. It's really cool.
Yeah, I went to the city. It was it's really grand and immersive. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, go to the barber's, get your hair cut. Yeah, all that lovely
amazing
stuff.
I don't know if you've played it, Ben.
Are we on about Red Dead 1 or 2 here?
Red Dead 2.
Oh yeah, I played it. Yeah.
Have you played it all the way through? Or?
Yeah. I played it all the way through, like back when it came out.
So that was a long time ago, to be fair.
Yeah,
I don't know how
November 2018 or something like that.
2018, Christ. So for the past 3 years, I've managed to avoid spoilers or haven't got spoiling. But in the past 2 weeks, I've been spoiled on the ending like twice. It's ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how I've done it. It's just Red Dead seems to suddenly keep popping up on my, I don't know, Reddit and Instagram.
That's so unfortunate.
No. I know, it sucks. Maybe that's why. Well, no, to be fair, I kind of stopped playing it before I got spoiled on the ending. To be fair, I've been playing a small bit of Stardew Valley again, because that was a 1.5 update. Yeah, that's not very interesting anyway.
Oh, I saw that. That was a new update, actually.
Yeah. I don't know why I keep getting drawn into it. It's just because it's nice to relax after, I don't know, busy day. Whereas I feel like Red Dead I got to concentrate a lot with. But
yeah, I guess it's more one of those more like, thinking about, you have to choose which missions you want to go to. Like, do you want to do some open world stuff? Do you want to do that? Oh, yeah, there's a lot more to it, I guess.
Indeed, yeah.
That's fair enough. I mean, once I've started playing it, at least, or when I finished it eventually, because I'm going to replay it or like retry and play it after I finish Kingdom Hearts. Maybe we'll have a good discussion about it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you need to play it when there's no new games coming out. Otherwise, I think you will get distracted. 'Cause you'll kind of get bored.
And good thing is, I mean, April, there's not really anything.
No, there isn't. I mean, there's the Mortal Kombat movie which comes out in April, isn't there?
Yeah. I see what you're doing there, Jay. I see what you're doing. I mean, yeah. So the Mortal Kombat trailer released, and man, I watched it and I was like, huh, this actually looks okay. And it looked more than okay.
It does look pretty good, to be fair, which is surprising for most game to film adaptations.
Like, it looks like a good action film,
Yeah, it does. And like, for a game to film adaptation, that is really rare.
Yeah.
And it could be completely terrible when we actually see it.
Oh, definitely. It could just be like an hour and a half of bad CGI action.
Exactly, but the trailer looks good.
Yeah.
It does look really good, to be fair. Whereas the make or break point is definitely going to be the story. That's the thing with game to film adaptations, isn't it? It's kind of like, we kind of already know the character. We kind of want to see something new almost, and not just cool CGI scenes and tidbits like that.
Yeah, for sure. I hope. Yeah, I mean, it seems interesting. Like, the intrigue is there. I want to know what happens.
I know, it's like one of the last franchises I expect to get a film.
Yeah,
I know, because it's just like a fighting game, isn't it? Like, I've never played Mortal Kombat. I don't know if you have. Any of you?
I've only played
Street Fighter 10 and Tekken,
and 11.
That was it.
Oh, so you played the new one?
Yeah.
Nice. You do have some experience with that.
Was it any good?
Yeah, actually, I really enjoyed playing it.
Fair. I never really got into like.
Is there like a story mode? Because I really don't know anything about the franchise.
There's a story mode like in every Mortal Kombat, as far as I know. But I think like its main selling point is it just being like cool, it's just fun to play. Like the story,
cool.
Yeah.
It's not all that like, but it's there like.
Makes sense.
It's been around for so long. It kind of, it was that game and another one I think that started almost the PEGI age rating system, because it was so brutal back when it first came out and that.
Oh yeah, isn't that like? Am I remembering that wrong? That's like one of the games that people like were like, oh, it's too violent for children and that.
No, that's definitely one of the games. Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones. Like, it was like Mortal Kombat and probably Doom or something. I don't know.
I think it was a game called Night Trap. I'm not sure if you've seen that. It's one of those games where it's like it's like a video thing, but you click on the environment to change. It's like it's a recording almost, and you click on the environment to change the recording and that. I think that one also was one that kind of brought into the PEGI age rating system.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't know why I have such a.
Interesting.
If you watched a video, I don't know why I have such knowledge on that.
Interesting.
Because it was scary for young audiences, isn't it?
Man, it's a strange thing. Like, games are always rated like quite highly when it doesn't feel like it deserves to be an 18. You know what I mean? Like, you watch a movie with the exact same things in, it'll be at 12. But because it's a game, they're like, oh, 18. Yeah. It's strange.
Maybe it's because you're
like
interacting with it and controlling.
Yeah, like some things deserve to be 18 for sure. Like, I guess like GTA.
Mortal Kombat,
like,
I guess,
feel like
with the gore and that.
Yeah, but does it? Maybe a 16. Like, you'll watch a 15 with that kind of gore in.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like any films that have quite a lot of... what's like Final Destination? Is that... Oh no, that's going to be like an 18 or something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, films aren't made 18s anymore. There's very few films that come out as an 18 nowadays. Very few.
Not many films are coming out at all nowadays.
No, but like, you know what I mean? Like, if there were films
I do know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I haven't seen an 18 for ages, like, come out.
I don't know why games are rated higher. I said maybe because you interact with them or...
I don't know, like, I'm looking at my games and I'm thinking, why does Ghost of Tsushima deserve to be an 18?
To be
when
fair,
you have a film
yeah,
with the same things that might be a 15 or even a 12.
I do understand that because it's not a very gory game at all, is it?
Not really. It's just a bit of blood, a bit of violence.
I guess it's
you
because
have that in 12.
Like, I guess I don't think it depends like on what it is. I think it's just the fact that you're like slicing dudes up that they kind of have to make it an 18s.
It's interesting.
That's true. Yeah.
Strange. I mean, like under 18s play it anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
it
definitely.
doesn't
Yeah.
stop people, but like, it doesn't stop people. But like, I guess it's just for buying it and that. I guess. It's very
Maybe
weird.
that's what it is. Because with games, I said it's more of like you can't buy it, but it's more of a parental guidance almost. But with films, you do actually have to be that age to go and see it.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I guess
it
you
could be
can watch
that.
it online anyway. God knows.
Yeah. Well,
We're not going to get to the bottom of this. We're not film or game age raters.
yeah. So I mean, talking about game to movie adaptations like Mortal Kombat, I asked on the Discord of like some people's favorite game to movie adaptations because I was just really curious. So I think we could talk about some of them if you want.
I think a lot of people put film to game adaptations as well.
Yeah, I think one person did. Just didn't see it.
It's in the podcast channel, isn't it? There it is.
It is. So yeah, if you're looking for it, it's in the podcast channel. The Jackal. So Jack says, Prince of Persia is objectively. Wait. Oh wait. Prince of Persia is the objective best video game to movie adaptation. Jack Gyllenhaal as Dastin and Gemma Arterton do a sexy job. Okay, yeah, Prince of Persia.
I was about to say, and you ever go at me for reading badly?
Hey, man, listen.
To be fair, I don't think anybody knows how to pronounce Jack Gyllenhaal's last name.
I did.
Gyllenhaal.
It's Gyllenhaal.
I think it's
You know who that is?
Gyllenhaal.
Of course I know who that is, yeah.
Man, Prince of Persia, I watched that film.
They put Jake Gyllenhaal as well.
Oh, yeah. Ah, Jack. Anyway, I watched Prince of Persia too many times when I was younger. I loved that film. I didn't even know it was based on a game. I loved it.
I haven't seen it. I didn't realise there was a film based on the game.
Yeah, I can't remember when it came out, but I was like a kid.
It was like 2010 or something.
Oh yeah,
Right.
That's probably why I haven't seen it or heard of it. But it must not have been very popular, obviously, if it's a game to film at that time. I don't know. I remember playing the Prince of Persia games on PS2 though at my Nan's house. She used to have a PlayStation.
Oh really?
She used to have a PlayStation with like the Crash Bandicoot trilogy games. Prince of Persia, the old Tomb Raider ones as well. And I remember playing Prince of Persia, so that's my only experience with that.
But I didn't even know Prince of Persia was a game franchise until a few years ago. And I was
really?
like, is that what the film is based off of? I didn't know for ages.
I didn't realise
I didn't know
that.
for ages. But it's a great film.
Who owns Prince of
I haven't
Persia?
seen it for ages. Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Oh, it is Ubisoft.
But it was when Ubisoft was good, so...
That's why I didn't associate it with them.
Yeah, because Assassin's Creed was originally supposed to be like a Prince of Persia spin-off, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And eventually they just made it their own thing.
I think they thought it was
Thankfully.
too realistic for Prince of Persia, so they made it its own thing.
That's ironic.
I
Yeah.
didn't realise that. That's ironic. Especially because in Valhalla, don't you visit like
Yes, Jake,
the
that's
afterlife?
what I'm referring
It's
to.
yeah. See, I haven't seen it. But you ride like a wolf and stuff. Yeah. Anyway.
Epic wolf.
What a great
Boy,
game.
oh boy, oh boy. What Assassin's Creed has turned into.
Speaking of AC and game to film franchises, what about the AC film?
Oh, that's that's what Ben, the best AC YouTuber Ben says. So I don't know if Jake was prompting to that. I'm not sure. Maybe
I
he's
wasn't
just like
actually. I didn't
well,
actually
yes,
see
you-
that. No, I was looking at Juice's
what-
Angry
you
Bird
should have
one.
taken the comment. You should have taken the credit.
Yeah, I mean, no, that was the perfect segue, definitely.
So the Assassin's Creed movie is about how I expect an Assassin's Creed movie to be. Let's be honest. So yeah.
I have seen that film.
Have you?
I have. It was a long time ago when it came out. I have. I just remember this weird, the thing they suited into to obviously link with their ancestors.
The Animus.
The Animus. I'm glad you said it because I didn't want to say it just in case I was wrong. But I remember
the
that
Animus is a
looking
big
like
robotic arm.
Yeah, I remember it looking like GLaDOS from Portal.
So dumb. Like, do you remember? You played AC2, right?
Yes, I think I played all the Ezio ones.
That's all you need.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you actually?
Yeah, I think I remember you gave me the disc for them. Or us doing the Xbox Game Share broken home console setting thing, whatever it's called.
I bet you don't remember what the Revelations was, though.
Nope.
Nope, okay.
I obviously played Black Flag as well, because...
Yeah, so you know what an Animus is in the games?
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%, yeah.
Yeah, so you understand why we are all so confused at what the Animus is in the film.
Yeah, how it went from just being like a jet thing to a massive robotic arm.
So strange. I don't understand that creative choice. And then it cuts between Michael Fassbender going crazy in this big robotic arm to then just running around the streets. Like, why does it cut like that? It's so odd.
You don't get it, man. You're just a hater.
That's it, isn't it? I'm just an AC hater.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate him. Hate Ubisoft. Hate Assassin's Creed. I hate Michael Fassbender. That's it. That's it.
It's definitely why you've played all the games in that. What's the classic? Oh, I hate this game so much. Continues to play it for another 2 years.
I'd never do that.
No, it's like you saying you're done with AC and then streaming it a couple weeks later.
I specifically said I am never playing a new Assassin's Creed game again. A new
Right,
one.
I see. You phrased it so you could loophole yourself then.
That's right. So I can still play
away.
the first 4. Jesus Christ. And I'm only playing Valhalla last night and I'm streaming the DLCs for views because that's all I care about, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Trading your sanity for views.
That's it. It's actually a lot of fun. Like, that stream was horrible, but that's what made it so much fun. It's just like people watching me cry inside.
Fun, but for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, exactly. Juice Sauce, he says, the best movie adaptation is Angry Birds movie. That's a fact. So that's interesting. I have watched the Angry Birds movie. Have you watched it?
Have you?
I've
There's
never
2 of
seen
them. No.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it ages ago. I think when it first came out, and I don't really remember it. So
No.
yeah, I don't think it's one of those ones that's yeah.
I remember going to the cinema and watching Toy Story 4, it might have been, and seeing Angry Birds 2 being, like, the trailer being announced as well, you know, in the trailer section for the film. So it must have been kind of good and made money for them to make a second one, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's a really good kids film. Like, it's, you know, it looks, I'm sure it's great. Like, and it's different to, like, I guess, I mean, Prince of Persia or Assassin's Creed in the fact that the original has no story. So they could really create anything they wanted and, like, create this original story, which is actually quite interesting.
Yeah, fair enough, I guess. Because there is you said there's no story to Angry Birds, is there?
Yeah. Do you want to read Luke's game to film, whatever he wrote?
Should I?
Yeah.
So Luke says, okay, my favourite TV show adaptation is The World's Toughest Prisons, which is the adaptation of the legendary Prison Architect. It's been a while since... Oh, then there's the next question, yeah. So we'll just do that one for now.
Right.
Have you guys seen any gameplay on Prison Architect or even played Prison Architect?
No. Never heard of it.
No, I think it was a free game with gold on Xbox, or it might have just been included in Game Pass. But it's a game where you basically create your own prison.
Like Prison Break.
I'm not sure if it's actually an adaptation or not.
I'm not sure if he's joking or not.
I think he's joking.
You heard the game called The Escapist? It's like reverse Escapist.
Yeah.
Where you build the prison instead of escaping from it.
Cool. I think you're making a joke. Fair play to you. We'll go for that.
Yeah.
Joe, he says the old Harry Potter games for the PS2 are absolutely lit. Mate,
Yes.
you misread the question. We
See
did
the
ask
other
for
way
game
round.
2 movie adaptations, but that's fine. Unless you're insinuating that the movies were based off the games, in that case, you might want to get your facts checked.
Well, I mean, would that technically be a book to game adaptation?
Well, they were based on the
That's
movies,
true.
though, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say I thought that.
That's true. Yeah.
Because the games were split up into like Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Because they're the ones I had.
And they
I
had Daniel
Deathly Hallows
Radcliffe
Part
like
1
in
and 2.
it, so.
I see.
There you go.
I remember having Chamber of Secrets on the PS2.
That was good.
Oh, really? I've heard that's like the best one.
Yeah, that was the only one parents used to have as well, because they used to play like Splinter Cell, and I used to have like a Shrek go-kart game as well on the PS2.
Really?
I have very vivid
Nice.
memories of that.
Oh, mate,
yeah.
I had that. What was it called?
I don't know. I have not been able to find it, but because I remember this one level as well. We had to like race up the beanstalk as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so glad somebody else has this memory, so I'm not going crazy.
Oh, what was that called?
And I am going to search Shrek go-karting game. Shrek go-kart.
Shrek Smash and Crash Racing.
Is that it? I didn't realize it had like a proper name. Jesus. Shrek kart on the PS2. There it is, yeah.
Man. I've never heard of this shit.
I'm not
What are you talking
surprised. Yeah. God,
That was
if
a
only I
banger,
could,
though.
like, yeah. God, looking back at the screenshots, it's like, wow, that just looked terrible. But I remember playing that game to death.
Yeah.
So strange. Yeah, that was a weird tangent.
There was a lot of controversy the other day, or the other week now, it's ages ago this happened, where Mahershala Ali was rumoured to play Joel in the Last of Us TV show.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I want to know what your thoughts are on this, because obviously the real casting has been released now.
Yeah.
But what were your thoughts when you saw Mahershala Ali might be playing Joel?
I don't know who that is.
Jake, search who that is.
How do you spell his name?
He was in Luke Cage.
That's right.
Is he Luke Cage? Or...
I doubt. Wait, Jake, you have seen Luke
I've seen
Cage.
the Martial ones. What's his name?
Cotton Mess.
Mahershala
How do
Ali.
you spell that?
How it's spelled, how it's said.
Ah, yeah. Oh, he was like the. Oh yeah, I
Well,
got him. I
Jake's-
got it. Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
it.
He was like the crime boss almost, wasn't he?
I
Yeah.
haven't watched it, but yeah.
Oh, he's in House of Cards as well. Yes. I don't know many actors in that.
So, what did you think about that?
How was he rumored? Where did the rumor come from? Was it just some guy being like fake rumor? I guess
It was. It was actually quite a big rumor. Like, it went all over Twitter for like a day. It was quite a big thing. But yeah, it's just strange, and it suddenly started this whole big feud of people being like, "This isn't right. This isn't right. It doesn't look like Joel. Doesn't look like Joel," and then people being like, "It doesn't really matter, does it though?"
Yeah.
And I want to know. And both sides are both in the right. Like, no, I don't think either sides are
both
wrong.
of their points. Yeah.
I want to know what you think. Yeah,
Should I start? Oh,
if you want.
sure. I'll go first then. Well, I feel like I'd have been okay with it, to be honest. I mean, as long as he didn't try to be too much like Joel, maybe if he put like a spin on the story, because I guess it would have been. See, I don't know. If he's not like Joel, and he doesn't look like Joel, then maybe people would just consider it as being like a different character altogether, but just with the same name almost. Maybe that's why people didn't like it. But I feel like if he tries to play too much into being Joel, then it might be kind of odd. I don't know. Do you get what I mean?
That's the thing. Like, personally, I didn't have a problem with it. Yes, I would have preferred someone who looks more like Joel, so you can connect to him on a different level, like you connect to him on the game. Like, you know, you see the same person. But I'm not in the camp that was completely mad that it was Mahershala Ali. I was like, I'm sure he'll do a great job. You know, like, it's a different take on the character. Like, as long as he's Joel at heart and has the same beliefs as Joel and the same motives as Joel. Exactly. As long as he still has that, I'm not too bothered. I prefer that it's Pedro Pascal in the end, because, you know, he looks more like Joel and I can connect to him on a different level, because she looks like the guy from the game. But I wasn't bothered either way. I mean, what did you think, Higgins?
I didn't really care, to be honest. Like, Mahershala is like a really good actor, so I figured like it's fine. Like, I don't think it really makes that much of a difference as long as he would like embody Joel's core characteristics. Then like there's nothing to complain about, I don't think, you know.
Yeah, good camp to be in, I think. Really, like, it doesn't matter. And like, you have so many of these things in media, not just The Last of Us, but with so many other things, where they do cast people from different ethnic backgrounds to the original characters, in whichever way. And I think sometimes it is important, the ethnic background of an actor. Sometimes it is important. You can't have a white person play Martin Luther King. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but there are other scenarios where it doesn't matter at all, does it?
Yeah, see, like, you know? I don't think the fact that Joel's white isn't like a core part of his character. You know what I mean? So I don't think
exactly, like,
it's different than a situation where someone was playing Martin Luther King. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's important. It's not important to Joel's character, so why should it matter?
Exactly, I get that.
You know, like, Hermione Granger doesn't necessarily look like Hermione Granger from the books.
God, it's that
movies.
classic like J.K. Rowling tweet being like, "Oh, I never said Hermione was white."
Oh my god! Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
around J.K. Rowling.
Cursed Child, obviously Hermione, the original I think was black, which to me is absolutely fine. Like, it's the theatre. I feel like the colour of someone's skin doesn't really matter in that scenario. It's a take on the character. It's a rendition of the character. It doesn't really matter what they look like, especially in theatre. I think theatre is one of those things where it's a little bit different from movie and TV.
It's more like a representation rather than the actual thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah.
I think the problem people had with it was just like how JK handled the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she just
somebody please take
if
Twitter
she didn't
away
say the
from
comments she said, oh my god, yeah. Like, if she didn't say the things she said, it'd have been fine. People would just glossed over it, been whatever. But because she was like, oh, Hermione was always black, like, no, she wasn't, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's the problem there. That's the problem.
I swear she said she even modelled Hermione after herself or something as well. But I don't know.
I think she modelled a Rita Skeeter off of herself.
Yeah, that makes sense. Goodness me. But yeah, and then we got the real casting, like, the next day, of Pedro Pascal playing Joel and Bella Ramsey playing Ellie. And I looked at the casting and I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I've only I don't really know actors, but I saw
they're both really good actors.
I saw them. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course, he's in The Mandalorian, isn't he? Pedro Pascal.
He is the Mandalorian.
Oh, look at that. Oh boy.
Nice, Jake.
Smooth, yeah.
And then Bella Ramsey, she was in Game of Thrones.
Oh, of course, I know. Yeah.
I mean, so was Pedro Pascal, they both were.
Yeah, as you said, they're pretty good actors. I need to watch more TV and movies.
They are, yeah.
But,
yeah. I feel, I really wanted, I can't remember the actor's name, but the guy that played Jaime Lannister.
Yeah, Nikolai Coster-Waldau, yeah.
That's the one. He would have made a really good Joel.
Yeah.
I've seen images, like promo, like fan made stuff, and it's like, it's the perfect casting. He'd have been so good.
Yeah, that was so like the fan pick. Everyone wanted that.
Yeah, but we got Pedro Pascal, and I'm sure he's going to do an incredible job.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this Last of Us TV show.
Is it going to be on HBO Max?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it'll be on Sky or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Stuff like that always is. Well, it'll be on Sky Atlantic, won't it? Because obviously.
Yeah.
Over the Atlantic Ocean. That's normally what. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, although I've played the game, obviously it's not really my target thing. I don't think it's targeted to people who play the game, like the gamers. It's more people, I think, who want to experience the story, but can't pick up the game because they can't play a game
definitely,
or don't
yeah.
want to play a game.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it's
So I don't
Sony's
think
way
we're
of
in the-
trying to get people into playing more games from the TV show,
Yeah,
Yeah.
rather than vice versa.
yeah, because
'Cause it's a more wider audience, obviously, viewing than playing games.
of course, yeah. I mean, like, Sony even said, like, the Last of Us TV show is only the beginning. The Uncharted movie is only
With
the
Tom
beginning.
Holland, yeah.
I saw they've got like 10 other projects, I swear, or something
It
ridiculous.
wouldn't
of, like,
surprise me, but what other
games
sort of
or
stuff do you
films.
think they're planning on making? Like their
God of
God
War.
of War
Yeah,
would
God of
work,
War, definitely.
yeah. In terms of their intellectual properties
Makes
for
no
IPs.
sense. I think they're making a Horizon
I was going to
project.
say I would quite like a Horizon one.
Yeah.
Maybe
I feel
they'll
like
actually
that
make
would
it
work
good.
in like an anime format for some reason. I feel like it would work really well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it could, to be fair. Like, that would make a lot more sense, because then you can go, like, all out and just crazy it with
massive,
it.
almost
Yeah.
Rather than
robots,
being...
machines. Yeah, I can totally see that.
Yeah. Man, hopefully Horizon Forbidden West is good, because,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean,
wasn't a fan of the first one.
Sony doesn't really have many
really?
bad IPs, to be fair.
No, they really don't. Like, they very rarely lose.
Yeah.
Oh, good mate.
Hello.
Yo.
Hi. Sorry, yeah.
I would really like to see a Horizon TV show. That's probably one of the ones I'd be more anticipated for, to be honest.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
'Cause I feel like
They
there's
have
a
to
lot of-
cast someone who can...
Yeah,
Go
definitely.
on.
Because I feel like there's still a lot of story to be shown there, almost like before the extinction event, and maybe the process of how the robots kind of destroyed everything. That's what I'd kind of want to see from if a TV show
Man,
followed like very obviously quite far in the past, but yeah, rather than being the same like time period as the games are set.
right. That would be interesting. It's
I
like a
feel like they're
prequel.
probably gonna do, for all these things, like a retelling of stories rather than like some other thing, because I feel like that would get more people in, or at least that's what they think
That's
anyway.
very true. Yeah.
That would be more interesting, I think. I definitely watch news stories more over the original.
Yeah.
Because if I want the original, I'll just play the game.
That's very true. Yeah.
You know? But if they have like spin-offs or like new stories set in these worlds, that's cool. I like that. Which I think was Uncharted is going to be, basically.
Yeah, I'm actually quite excited for that movie.
Tom Holland playing Nathan Drake.
Me too.
Because obviously he's quite a young person, isn't he? So he
Yeah.
must
I
play
think
a
it's
young
really
Nathan
good
Drake.
casting.
Yeah.
I think it's really good casting. I'm actually really excited for the Uncharted film. I think I'm a little bit more excited than a lot of other people. I have just this gut feeling that it's actually going to be really good.
Do we have a time frame for the release?
Yeah, I feel like it will.
I think it's towards the end of the year. I think.
Oh, is it this year?
Again. Maybe it got delayed. I know that, but I think
Yeah.
it got delayed towards the end of the year.
They finished
like
filming
those
like
holiday
in
films.
January or something.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? Oh, yeah. Well, speaking of Tom Holland films,
I was just
coming
about
out
to.
in,
I was just
in
about
December.
to. Yeah.
Spider-Man 3 is also releasing in Christmas.
There we go. I've already
Yeah.
forgotten the name. What's it
No
called?
Way Home.
They
The Way Home. Yes.
They did this. They did the craziest marketing scheme I've ever seen. Well, it wasn't.
I was about to say it's a bit over the top.
It was okay, maybe not the best. It was genius. It was genius. I loved it. I really loved it. So they obviously, Tom Holland, right? He released a title. I can't remember the exact title was, and we were like, "That's it! It's a Spider-Man title. Let's go!" Then a few hours later, the actor who plays Ned, he released another title, and it was different. And we're like, "Right, what's going on here?"
Oh,
We've
it
got
was,
two titles. I guess like
Home Wrecker, Home Slice, and something
Some-
else.
Phone Home, I think.
something like that. And we're like some to the multiverse, like they're different titles, like they're going to combine them. What's going on? And then Zendaya, she released a third title, and now we were like proper confused, like what is going on? And then eventually, the Marvel released a promo video announcing the true title, which is Spider-Man No Way Home. I love it.
Yeah.
That promo video was amazing.
I haven't actually seen the video. I've just seen the name.
Have you not?
No, I haven't.
It was so clever. It was so clever because it was like you had, the three actors, and they were like, "Oh, I'll give you a fake title again." Yeah, me too. Oh, I don't know why they do that. And then
I see.
Really, Tom? You don't know why they do that? And you always spoil the titles. When have I ever spoiled a title? You literally spoiled the last one, dude. You literally spoiled the last one. It was so good. And then they came away, and then it panned on this whiteboard that had like the true name on it, and all.
And that's great. The photo I've seen. Yeah, and around it, it's like zooming from home, and it's crossed out, be like please God no, and work from home, and home sweet home, and all these like fake names.
Have you seen that Miles Morales theory about that the whiteboard?
No, I haven't.
I have, and I was just about to mention that, but do you want to go on to it?
Yeah, it's the outer part of it is like shaped like, I think, Puerto Rico, where Miles is from.
Is it really?
And then and then there's an arrow pointing to, I can't remember what part of it was called, but it was some part where apparently like someone with the last name Miles event was there like in the past or something like that. Some weird connection, but.
I see.
Yeah, there was like a I think in World War or something, or Cold War, there was like a storm onto the beach, like a raid on the beach or something, and the guy that led it was something Miles.
Yeah.
God damn! How do fans find this sort of stuff and link it to Miles Morales? It's really clever,
as soon as that whiteboard dropped, there were like hundreds of people like, "Where's Easter eggs, like searching through it."
All the videos on YouTube and everything. Yeah. I mean, to link Puerto Rico...
Yeah, Emergency Awesome.
An arrow pointing to that beach with the storming of Miles Morales, or Miles, or whatever the name was. That's really clever, isn't it?
Yeah.
I am hyped. If they... I just want... That's what I want. This film, they need to introduce Miles Morales. That's all I want.
I think they will.
Want. I don't care. I don't care about Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire. I don't care about them being in the film. I actually don't really want them to. All I want is Miles Morales.
Do we know if they're going to be in the film? Because I saw that Tom Holland denied that they were going to be in it. Yeah. But it's one of those classic...
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
Yeah. But go on, Tom. Tell them they're not in the film. Like, tell the media they're not in the film.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Edging more than that. But I mean, the title does sound like...
I think it's pretty likely for Toby, at least, to be in it.
Yeah.
Nice. And it's going to be cool if they are, sure. My prediction is that somehow Spider-Man and the gang are probably going to get stuck in a different universe.
That's what
like
I was
a different
say,
Earth in the
being
multiverse.
I've already forgotten the title. No Way Home. Said it sounds very multiversey.
Either that or one of the other Spider-Mans get stuck.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Either that or the other Spider-Man get stuck in Tom's world.
Or that, yeah. I think it might be...
There's going to be some sort of...
I didn't really think about the other way around, because I thought No Way Home and instantly thought, they're going to try and... They can't get a way home, like... Then it could be like, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
It's all relative, isn't it?
Not having a way home. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I look forward to it. Any ideas of what the villain could be, guys?
I have no idea.
No, I don't know.
I remember you saying
I really don't know either.
It might be... Oh god, it's like the something 7. Sinister 6, sorry. Sinister 7, Sinister 6. Because it would make sense. It would make sense if all 3 Spider-Mans come together to fight the Sinister 6, if that makes sense. Sounds like balanced numbers.
That would be awesome.
But I don't know. Plus Miles Morales.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be so cool. I don't think that's going to happen, but that would be
nice.
Cool.
I keep seeing loads of theory. Well, this is like a general Spider-Man theory, but Miles Morales is like it's almost like a death. What's it called? Like when ravens signify death. There's like a name. Oh, like a death omen. That Miles Morales is like a death omen to Spider-Man. Because I mean, normally when Miles Morales shows up, Spider-Man dies.
Yeah, not necessarily though. I think I hope at least that Tom Holland plays Spider-Man for a very long time.
Oh, he will definitely.
I think Marvel have hit the money here. Like, Tom Holland does an incredible job as Spider-Man. He is Peter Parker. Like, they didn't want to let that go. They won't kill him off for ages.
I think
they
like
won't kill him off for ages.
At like the next Endgame or something, that's like a possible where Spider-Man would die, but he'd be like mid-20s by then or something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
And he'd be like the leader of the Avengers by that time.
Maybe I feel like even further on, like I could see like this Peter Parker eventually being like, all right, Miles, like down the line, eventually being like, oh, Miles is here, I'm going to retire, I'm off, bye, I'm going to live with MJ, have children, get married, all of that. And then like another 10 years down the line, he has to come back and he's like, what, 40 or something? And it's Tom Holland. Could you imagine if we don't see him for like 10 years time in the MCU? There's like 10 years without Peter Parker. And then he just comes back as like a 45-year-old when he's married to MJ. They got 2 10-year-old kids.
I feel like Peter wouldn't do that though.
Peter won't do that. Yeah.
Because of his whole, with great power thing.
He always wants to protect.
That's true.
Yeah.
But then, like, anything could happen. Like, like, he could go through a huge tragedy and that could just completely
or he trains Miles Morales up to take over.
You never know.
You know? Who knows?
Yeah, I want to see that Miles Morales training. For, like,
with the classic, like, soundtrack.
Yes. Can you imagine a Miles Morales film?
I mean, there's Into the Spider-Verse, the animated one, which I really like.
That's a great
film. Yeah, great film. I really hope they cast like a 14-year-old though to play Miles.
Yeah.
Like I want a kid.
30-year-old.
Like I want like they had a really good casting for Peter Parker. Like it was such a good age. I want Miles to be like 14-years old.
The only way I can see them doing like an older actor is because like when you have someone that's under 18, they can only work a certain amount of hours on set. So it's easier for them to get someone older.
Which is fine, because that means that maybe Miles is just a smaller part of the film in Spider-Man 3. And then by the time they get to the next Spider-Man film, he will be like 18 pretty much. Like,
yeah.
But if he's introduced... because I want to see him as 14 years Miles.
Well, maybe just...
No, I don't want that.
Maybe at like the end of the film, he'll just get like hinted at, or maybe even an end credits scene he'll get showed, almost like in the Spider-Man game, the first one, where like towards the end, he kind of starts to show up a little bit.
Well, Miles' uncle is in the MCU, isn't he?
The Prowler,
like already.
Sorry.
Yeah, I swear, like, didn't Donald Glover play his uncle in Homecoming?
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was like
in the ship.
Wasn't that...
Yeah. Was it in the ship or when he gets his hand webbed to the car?
Yeah, with the
that
car,
guy. Yeah, that's Miles' uncle.
Miles' uncle is obviously the Prowler, isn't he? Which is his origin story almost, isn't it? Like, his uncle's the Prowler.
What if the Prowler's a villain in the next film?
Yeah, that's a possibility.
In like No Way Home, or
in No Way Home, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose that's possible.
And that's how they introduce Miles.
Who knows? And his dad's obviously a police officer, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, we're getting the theories
out
here
here now. Miles' origin story, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all this is going to depend really on like how WandaVision ends, and then how that goes into Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
Because obviously we know these 3 things all link somehow, which is interesting. I mean, Doctor Strange 2 comes out after Spider-Man, so
does it?
I don't really know how it's going to work. Yeah, that's coming out next year.
Of course, yeah.
I think WandaVision takes place before Far From Home. I think I've heard that.
To be fair, it happens right as everyone comes back, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because remember in the very intro in Hostel, everyone started to come back, Well, including Monica herself.
Yeah, I guess it is, because I mean, I guess Vision obviously went to that place like a dead body, and then like probably a few days later, Wanda comes up and is like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm gonna steal you now. Now I can make this big place." But yeah, we've had 2 new WandaVision episodes since we last discussed. Episode 6 and episode 7. Craziness has happened in those 2 episodes.
I mean, a lot has happened, yeah.
Freaking tons. Let's just talk about that shit. I mean, Ben Higgins.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think about WandaVision? You like him? You like him, WandaVision?
Oh yeah, I think it's great.
Good. Yeah. I mean, you got any big theories?
Let's see. Agatha in the comics is a nanny for Reed Richards' son, so I think they could link that in somehow.
Yeah. Reed Richards, man. If he shows up in the last episode, I'm actually gonna cum my pants.
Oh Lord.
So that's what I want,
Richards?
Jake. I need Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic.
Cool.
Please don't embarrass me.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Like,
'cause I remember
how cool?
No,
I don't think.
I don't know.
Do you guys think
it's gonna happen,
Pietro
but-
is like actually there?
No,
No.
I don't. I think it's. I mean, I think Agatha is conjuring him up, and it's almost this like illusion. He's not actually there.
Almost like a vision of him.
Unfortunately. I think. Yes, we first saw Evan Peters like playing Quicksilver. We're like, oh my god, they're gonna bring all the X-Men back. They're gonna bring Magneto back, Michael Fassbender or Ian McKellen, one of them. I don't know, and bring them all back. But I think it's just a cameo. Now, I don't think they're gonna mix the X-Men films. I think they're gonna recast all the characters. I think this is just a one-off. We'll probably get Evan Peters back in the next episode, maybe, and then we might never see him again.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I think I saw one of the directors saying it was there was going to be a big surprise cameo, and then that was the big surprise cameo. Like, he doesn't really play an important role.
I think there's supposed to be one at the
Olsen,
end.
Yeah,
maybe,
she
yeah.
said Elizabeth Olsen's the big one at the last episode.
I see.
Yeah, and
maybe
Paul
that's-
Bettany said it's someone he's always wanted to work with.
Ah,
That's
interesting.
sick. If it's John Krasinski playing Reed Richards, I'm gonna. Come
God,
on.
they're going to tie
give it to
everything in, aren't they? Well, at least Fantastic Four.
Yes. I just want John Krasinski to play him. Be perfect.
Well, what can we do?
Jake's
but
like,
wait?
who's that?
Quickly searching it.
I don't know.
I mean, because there was an episode out today, but neither three of us have watched it. So.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
watched 2 episodes, which means this episode's going to be out, and it's going to be like, yeah, like an episode behind, bro.
I feel like, God, all
Playing
the
that.
theories are so wrong. Did you not see last episode? Yeah.
Yeah. Right, we have to make multiple theories, and what I'll do is when I edit the podcast, I'll put the correct one in.
Perfect. That's really smart, yeah.
So, basically, my prediction is that Magneto will show up in the next episode, and it's going to be really good. Quicksilver, yeah, he's Mephisto, by the way. I don't know if you knew. That's my prediction.
Everyone is Mephisto.
Everyone is Mephisto, that's right. But no, seriously, I think Agatha is going to train Wanda to become Scarlet Witch, because that's what happens in the comics. And that's how...
Ah, I see.
And then she'll get her name, Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was like in last podcast, I think it was, being like, oh, nobody refers to her as Scarlet Witch. Is she that character yet? Or
Yeah.
She has the powers in
I
her.
didn't
Yeah,
realise that.
I think she'll get it by the end of WandaVision.
Yeah, because
she'll
everyone
get
just
the
calls
name.
her
Yeah, I think
Wanda.
it's like... Yeah, I never realised that. And like, I think it's definitely going to be an origin to becoming Scarlet Witch, like full out. And you have, Agatha Harkness.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Training her, and that's gonna be really cool. I think she's gonna make her choose between her family, like Vision and the kids, and like, going off with her, and she's gonna have to choose if she lets go of this hex. But if she does that, she will lose her family, or keeping them hostage and still being in the wrong.
Will
I think
she lose the
Agatha
kids,
will make
though?
her have that choice.
Will she lose the kids?
Yes, I know.
I think they'll come back.
Because I remember all the
I
sword agents
think-
being like, oh no, they're actually real, like,
Yeah. I think Agatha will trick her. I think Agatha will say, your kids will go, Vision will go, but you need to come with me. She will make the ultimate sacrifice because she thinks they're not real. So she'll be like, Wanda doesn't think they're real. So she'll be like, fine, I'll go with you. Make the ultimate sacrifice. Go with Agatha, and Agatha will train her and become Scarlet Witch and everything like that. The twins will be around still. And Sword will take them in because Wanda's gone. So, like, who are going to take care of these kids? So Sword take them in. Maybe they go with, like, some people or something. And they grow up.
Speed and Wiccan.
And they become Speed and Wiccan. That's right. Eventually, Wanda comes out of this, like, training or whatever Agatha takes her. And she realizes that her kids are still around. And that she feels like she's betrayed her kids because she's left
Almost
them.
like what the
she thought they would die.
And her brother with being Speed and mind... Well, Wiccan's mind reading, isn't he? You can hear people's thoughts.
Yeah.
From what we've seen.
And then obviously, like, Wanda will be very angry at Agatha and then take it out on her and be all bad bitch on her. That's what I think will happen. This will happen in WandaVision. This will happen later.
Yeah, maybe even Multiverse of Madness with Doctor Strange. That's what I was thinking.
There's theories that Wanda's going to be the villain in that movie.
Sorry?
There's theories that Wanda is going to be the villain in Doctor Strange 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought that for a while, but I've kind of gone away from it. I don't see it. Yeah, I did think that for a while, but as time's gone on, I've just been like, I'm not feeling it.
I don't think they'd want to make Wanda a villain because, like, she already was.
Yeah, because she's portrayed to in the TV show, but slowly as more and more episodes revealed, it's almost like she's not the villain, she's just doing it for herself, really. Well, I guess that kind of does make her the villain. She's more of a victim.
Yeah, I think she's a victim. Yeah. I think she just was wound up in this place without knowing she created it without knowing. And then she was mind wiped and, like, just in here because she thought it was real, and then eventually started figuring it out. And then kind of became complacent with it and was like, all right, then I guess this is how life is. And grew to love it and grew to keep wanting it. And even though she knows she's wrong, she can't live without it anymore. I think that's what her situation's at.
Hey,
do you think Agatha tricked her into doing it?
Maybe that's her way of training her.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I completely forgot Monica gained powers, didn't she, when she went through the hex?
Yeah.
She did not see that coming at all from a million miles away. Definitely wasn't obvious. But yeah, she did.
She's got, like, photon powers, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I reckon she'll be in Captain Marvel too, like, a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So obviously there's the link with Caroline's friend's daughter.
Yeah, I reckon that'll be very interesting. Hopefully become the new Captain Marvel. Take over from Brie Larson because we were here.
I don't think that would happen though. Like, she's only been in, like, a couple of movies.
It's too soon.
I don't know. And Captain Marvel 2, I think it could happen.
Really?
Yeah, I think it could.
Yeah, maybe Brie doesn't want to be in the MCU anymore, so...
Maybe. If that's the case, then it might not happen until, like, the end of Captain Marvel 2. Like, we get a whole film of both of them in the same film. Like, a lot could happen in that. I hope so, because that's what I want. But yeah. WandaVision is just... It's such a great start to the MCU, I think. Not like the next phase of MCU, I think.
Yeah. It's almost like a whole new era rather than a new phase, it feels like.
It is, a new saga, I guess.
It's been so different.
It's so different. Yeah. It's like, if it just started off with Black Widow, it would have been like any other film.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that we've started off with this crazy, different, unique show. It's great. Great choice. I mean, I didn't really choose, but yeah.
I think all of the Disney Plus shows look, like, really good.
They do. Like, oh my goodness, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
That's
I
in 3
cannot
weeks'
wait.
time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So obviously we have
I'm so excited.
2 episodes left of 2 weeks left of WandaVision, then a break, and then obviously it begins, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's gonna
And
be
then Loki
so
in
good.
like, June or something.
Yeah, then we got Loki, then What If, then Miss Marvel, then Hawkeye. There's Marvel content every single week until the end of the year.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
It's crazy. Jake, this podcast is just going to be talking about Marvel.
I need to brush up on my knowledge. I'll be watching the TV shows.
This is the
anyway.
thing. Yeah, I mean, I did mention this on Discord or something, didn't I, when I was talking to you, but like, I reckon we should have a segment on the podcast where each podcast we talk about one MCU film.
I completely forgot about that.
Like, starting with Iron Man. Yeah. Obviously, you didn't do it now, but like, so like next week we'll talk about Iron Man. So you'll have to watch Iron Man before that.
They're all on Disney Plus, aren't they?
Yeah, all of them except for like Incredible Hulk, I think, and Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
But yeah, do that. I think it'd be a nice segment. Talk about it for like 10 minutes. Like, it won't be a long
That
section.
should be like a review of the story and what I thought. Yeah. Oh, speaking of
yeah, I think that'd be quite interesting.
Spider-Man things, I forgot to mention this, but you know when Sony and Marvel had that dispute over the third film? Do you think it's because, I mean, if Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man are in the film, then it would make sense for Sony to be like, hang on a second, that's our stuff.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a lot of the evidence towards
Because
they
that's
might
like
be in the next
that's like
film.
real evidence, isn't it? Rather than just theories like that. Dispute between companies over intellectual property. I don't know. Just an idea.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Because it doesn't make sense that Sony were like, okay, we don't want Spider-Man in your films anymore. Because it made Sony millions.
Yeah, and they signed like a contract and everything for 3 films, didn't they?
Exactly.
I think they just
like,
wanted Tom in all of their like Spider-Verse movies, like with Venom and all that.
Yeah, they could have. I just don't... it wouldn't have worked as well.
Oh,
Like, Sony just wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it justice.
I don't know, just food for
It's such a
thought.
shame. Yeah, true. We got a bunch of gaming things to talk about.
That's
that.
true,
Oh my
I
god,
forgot.
gaming. Sony, they released the other day a statement about PSVR 2.
Did they?
They did indeed. Are either
I
of
missed
you
that.
interested in VR?
Nope.
Nope. Well, fair enough. I am, and I couldn't be more excited about it. They basically said it's not coming this year, which is fine. I didn't think it would anyway.
No, I didn't.
So it's coming out next year. And they just talked about how this VR is going to be innovative. It's going to be the latest technology. And man, I am hyped.
Maybe I did see that.
As hell. Like, I'm presuming no light tracking because you look at the dual sense and it doesn't have it. Like they said, state of the art tracking, so it's going to be properly good tracking. Hopefully, thank God. They talked about like haptic feedback and adaptive trigger features in the controllers.
Yes, please. Adaptive triggers is my favorite part.
In
of
VR,
PS5.
that's going to be insane.
Yeah.
Freaking love the adaptive triggers. Talks about better resolution, so I'm presuming they'll probably do 4K
That makes
resolution.
sense. Straight into your eyeballs.
Yeah, that's what we want, Jay. And bigger POV, so be able to see further around.
Yeah.
Which is really good, because I feel like when you're in VR, that's one of the things that breaks the immersion is when you can't see like at least 180.
Yeah, I was
Feels
gonna
like
ask, like, is it like disorienting?
It depends on the game. If it's a game that you really get into, you completely forget about it. But if it's a game that's not that immersive and it's just, your standard VR game, you do notice it every now and again, and it can be a bit like, you realise there's a border on either side.
I feel like I'd get a headache using the VR.
Yeah, my only ever experience with VR is when I went around your house, Ben, Friar, that is, be worried if I went around to other Ben's house without you knowing. I used your PlayStation VR for a couple of hours. That's my pretty much the only experience with it.
Yeah, the VR, there's something great about it. It's difficult to explain VR to someone who's never tried VR. It's a completely different way of playing games. And because it's first person, literally first person, like, you remember it in a different way. like there's a in your memory. It's like weirdly scientifically proven or whatever. There's a different when you remember a video game that's like on a TV, you remember it to a different way to a VR game, because your brain thinks you're actually experiencing it.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
So your brain remembers it as a first-hand experience, not a game, like watching a TV
like
screen.
you're actually in the TV. Well, you basically are. You're so close to it.
When I think back and I think about playing Skyrim in VR, I remember it in a completely different way to how I remember playing it on my Xbox One. It's peculiar. Like I remember, like on my when I'm playing Skyrim, I remember like walking into Whiterun and like seeing all the things and it's whatever. And you know, when I think about it in VR, I'm like, I can think about myself actually walking into Whiterun firsthand.
That's really interesting. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
It's really weird. It's really weird. That's why I love VR. I don't like playing every game in VR. Like I think there's a barrier. But like once in a while, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's just
I never
fun.
got one because I thought they were quite expensive, and I wouldn't use it very often.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got mine for 150.
Very nice.
And that wasn't with the motion controls.
Oh yeah, the motion controls are expensive as well.
Like 70.
Have you tried other VR things like Oculus or anything?
Oh, that does remind me. I have tried Oculus actually, and not properly. My work experience. They're like, "Hey, put on this headset," and they just showed you a model of what they were engineering, and that was it. That's my only experience. Very weird.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't got like a computer good enough for that, so no. But yeah, they definitely look a lot more higher tech.
Yeah,
than
they're more
PSVR.
built for it. Yeah, because obviously, I mean, Oculus Go though, you don't even need a PC to connect to it.
Oh no, you don't, do you?
Which I thought was really interesting.
Well, I'm definitely going to wait for PSVR 2. I'm definitely getting that.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see
Can't
what
wait.
they do and if they will release any like AAA games on PlayStation VR too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they will.
So Resident Evil
eventually.
7 was.
Oh god, no, that was horrible. Don't remind me. Yeah, we had a Nintendo Direct a week ago.
Yes.
Now, the Nintendo Direct was an interesting one. There wasn't much they showed.
All I remember is a Fall Guys
Go on.
port and the Outer Worlds port as well. Those are the only two. Oh, and Splatoon 3.
Mate, you don't remember Mario Golf?
Oh yeah, Mario Golf. That was the other one.
That's literally the main thing I'm excited about. I saw that and was like, yes, I'm getting it. I can't wait. Man, Mario Golf is dumb, but I want it.
It's almost like Mario
That
Tennis,
speed
isn't it?
golf mode? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I love
and
Mario
also
Tennis as well.
Miitopia as well. That was the other thing.
Yeah, that looks interesting.
Just one of those fun, light-hearted
I don't know if you're a
games.
big I don't know if you're a Nintendo fan, Higgins.
I used to be when I was a kid,
Yeah.
but not anymore. I'd like to be though. I want to get a Switch.
You should.
Yeah,
There's a lot of good stuff
I really
on
like
there.
my Switch, yeah. It's just great for portability
I don't play
as
it
well.
often.
No, I buy all my small little games on there. And obviously the Nintendo
Yeah, I don't play it
exclusive.
often. I just play the odd game every now and again. Like the last game I played on there was Super Mario 3D All Stars, which came out in
I
September.
forgot that existed. Yeah.
So-
What, are they going to stop like making it or like selling it in March or something?
Yeah, you can't buy it after there, which is very strange, but okay. But it'll make it. You can probably sell it for a higher price.
That's
but-
true. Invest in Mario.
You play the
stuff.
Breath of the Wild?
Of course.
Breath of the Wild, yeah, that's a great game. First game I played on my Switch.
Still
Loved
the best.
it. I haven't played it since. I disagree.
Oh really?
Well, that's like the only reason I wanted to get a Switch was just
Yeah.
to play that.
It's a great game. I could not wait
Yeah.
for the second one.
Oh, speaking of that, they came out being like, yes, at the moment we have no Breath of the Wild 2 news. So instead have this...
They broke my heart.
Instead have this Skyward
They did
Sword
that
HD
remaster.
remake. Yeah, or remaster, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
They broke my heart.
I wasn't expecting anything really,
I was
to be
like,
fair.
I was like, Brother Wild, let's go! And they're like, never
E3 or
mind.
Summer's Game Fest
But-
will be the next trailer, I'm guessing.
Yeah, E3 probably. But yeah, this Skyward Sword remake they're making. This is something I really was interested in talking to you about. They're charging $60 for this remake. And it looks... It's not even a remake, sorry. It's like a HD remaster. It's not a remake.
Yeah, all they've done is link the controls as well to buttons. Well, not buttons, the joystick, I guess.
That's it.
But you can still use
it. Doesn't
it.
look
essentially
much
just
better.
like a port.
Yeah. Do you think it's worth $60 or £60 even?
Bottom line, no. I saw a lot of people really mad about this online. Being like, oh, I could have bought it for £40 whatever on the Wii U. But I feel like a lot of people didn't have the Wii U, so they're capitalising on the fact that, oh, people still want to play this game because nobody had the Wii U. So they're charging a higher price.
Yeah.
And then I remember seeing on Amazon it's already sold out, pre-orders already sold out as well, after everyone complaining about the price. So it's
really?
like, well, there you go then.
This is the thing. This is the thing. You can't complain about the price and then continue to buy it. You just... It's a hypocrisy there. I'm not getting it because of the price. If it was like £40, I may have bought it. I may have got it because I want to play a new Zelda game. But the fact that it's £60, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. When I can get the Uncharted collection for like £16, and that's got the first 3 Uncharted games remastered, or I can get Demon's Souls, which is a complete remake, and it is infinitely better than the original, for £70, which is only £10 more than this, but it's an actual remake, not just a little, we swapped the controls.
HD.
We made it a little bit better looking. Exactly. I'm not doing it. Hell, the Ezio collection. You know?
You think Switch games should be like 60? Like
No.
just at all?
I don't think they should be that
Yeah.
pricey.
No, to be fair.
£40 at the most.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
There's a big talk at the moment with how much video games should cost. And I think it should reflect on the amount of work that goes into a game. You know?
Right.
Like, you can't charge £70 for like a sports game that's literally just cookie cutter. Let's make it a little bit better. Let's add some new characters. Let's add a new whatever the frick. You know what I mean? That's not worth £70. What's worth £70 is Demon's Souls, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah.
These brand new games that a lot of work has been put into.
Okay, so you're saying the price should reflect the amount of work that's put into it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question for you. So Stardew Valley was developed by one guy over the course of like 5-6 years. Should that cost £70 then for what it is?
No.
So effort doesn't reflect the price.
This is for AAA, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm only being
but
facetious.
for AAA, that should be there. Like, there's different brackets, right? So like indie has a set like price range, AA has a price range, AAA has a price range. You look at Kenna, which is a double Kenna Bridge of Spirits, which is a AA game. That's £32. I would have paid $50 for that.
I remember people saying on the disc.
That looks really good.
Oh god, hiccup.
I would have paid $60. I would have. So that's a game that does actually deserve to be a higher price, and I would actually pay a higher price for
It's
it.
made by quite a small studio, isn't it?
Embers Labs.
Embers Labs. I haven't heard of them actually.
They're brand new.
That would be why.
They're brand new into game development.
Yeah, they've done animation stuff, I think.
Yeah, they did. But like, there's other. But then you have AAA games, which are like usually 50 to 70. Now.
Yeah.
A sport game, 50. God of War Ragnarok, 70. That's what I think. That's simple how it should be. Something in between, Mars Morales, I would have paid 60 for, to be fair.
I'm happy with the price. Well, I would have paid a little bit more to be fair, but maybe not as much as 60. 'Cause
Like-
it's quite short, but like still, yeah.
I like, if something's good, I don't mind putting my money into it. I don't mind supporting businesses if the product is good and they've actually put time and effort into it. That's fine by me.
You remember The Order, that game?
Oh yeah.
Yes. I haven't played
Was that
it,
full
but
price?
Sorry?
Was that a full price game?
That's a good question.
I don't know. I got it recently for like £5 on sale.
Yeah,
That's a very short game.
but it does look a lot like a lot of effort
yeah.
going into it, though.
Yeah, it's good. Like,
Yeah, I'm playing it soon. I'm planning on playing it. I don't know what it was originally priced at though.
Games tend to be cheaper.
Yeah, it's
back then
interesting.
Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Like they were probably, I say 50 max.
That's quite generous, to be fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Were you disappointed at the state of play last night?
I actually quite enjoyed the display. I'm not the state of play. Sorry, I'm not gonna lie.
Did we have another opinion there?
Yeah, Ben said he wasn't so keen on it.
yeah, like I think it was a bit boring. Like the stream was fun. Like I was watching James's stream of it, but like there was only 2, maybe 3 things I think like of actual value, like to me. So that it was just a bit like underwhelming.
It only felt like 3-4 things were shown anyway.
Yeah.
I did a good job, I feel like. Before going in, I set my expectations really low.
It's the best way to be,
I
isn't
was
it?
like,
Then you don't get disappointed.
yeah. I was like, at a minimum, we'll get a Kenna gameplay trailer and release date. That's the minimum I set. Like, that's at least what we'll get. I was thinking maybe we'll get a Horizon gameplay. Like, I was pretty confident on that. Obviously, we didn't. But I was satisfied because we got what I thought. That's all I really cared about, honestly. I really just wanted to get a Kenna
You
gameplay
do seem really
trailer
excited
and release
for that
date.
game. Yeah.
I'm so. It's my most anticipated
looks really
game of the
good.
year.
Fair enough.
Literally my most anticipated game of the year. Like, assuming that God of War 2 will be delayed, which it will.
Yeah, it will.
That's my most anticipated. I can't wait. Can't wait.
I'm surprised there was
really
no
looking-
Horizon
sorry.
content.
I did think there was
yeah.
going to be Horizon, not going to lie. Like, a little gameplay. Little gameplay. That's what I thought.
We had one trailer from last year,
I-
and that was it so far. And considering it's meant to be like soonish, I'm surprised we haven't seen much more.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I'm sure we'll get another state of play in a couple months. And then
Yeah.
that will get Horizon, I'm
That's
guessing.
true. Actually, somebody asked on the Discord about the dodgeball game. Josh asked on it.
Oh yeah, he did, didn't
Yeah.
he? That honestly just looks like a lot of fun. And I think it's going to be one of those games that I will probably play with just a bunch of guys over on, like, chatting and having a good time, maybe on a stream or something, and just chilling and having a good time with the bros. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. On my own, I think it'll be shit.
Oh, yeah,
But with other
definitely.
people, a lot of
I
fun.
feel like it's gonna be one of those Fall Guys, Destruction All Stars types of, obviously not type of game, but
Yeah, I get what you
Same
mean.
kind of
around
vibe.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it actually looks freaking good. I'm not going to
It's
lie.
not bad, is it? It's made by an indie team as well, which is always nice.
Yeah. Because they showed that at the Direct.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
So that was interesting. Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else is in it.
But yeah, what else did they
There's
show at
some,
State
some
of Play?
gameplay
So
on Returnal.
they did. How are you feeling about that, guys?
I'm actually really excited for that game, to be honest. It looks
Fair
right
enough,
up
fair
my
enough.
street, sort of like sci-fi, horror, scary, but also the gameplay kind of looks like Control. Do you kind of like with the dashing?
Yeah, I see
very
that.
like Control.
Yeah, cool. I'm glad you guys agree. But it's also almost like an Anthem style gun. I don't know.
Anthem.
Yeah.
Good.
With like the
Well,
HUD and
I'm
the
not gonna
technology.
play it.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm guessing you're going to play it, so that's actually I'm going to be able to hear what you
I
think,
think I might.
and hopefully you have some good
Because I
opinions.
really liked Control, and it sounds like it's going to be that sort of mystery, sort of sci-fi. Because obviously I'm into sci-fi sort of stuff, so yeah.
It's not my kind of thing. It looks a bit like Doom, and I hated Doom.
I feel like it's going to have more story
So-
though and mystery surrounding it, rather more than Doom though.
Yeah,
I think the
and I'm
story
probably
looks
gonna play
interesting.
it. Yeah, it probably will be, and I probably will play it later down the line. But I'm not getting it on release for like 70 quid. No.
Oh no, I don't think I'll get it on release.
Rapid.
No. But I will. I'm quite anticipating it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Any other games you want to talk about from the event?
Oh, what about
Sifu looks good. Yeah, it was like that fighting game.
Oh yeah, that one looked interesting.
yeah.
I'm actually intrigued about that. I want to see more, but that looks really cool. I'm guessing you liked it?
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, definitely different. What's about like Deathloop? Are you guys intrigued about Deathloop?
Okay.
Nah, not really.
Yeah, I know both
not
of
me.
you guys aren't so interested in it, but I really like the Dishonored series. I think I've mentioned it
There you
before.
I love
the
Dishonored.
studios.
It's great.
Yeah, and it's that sort of. It looks like that sort of game almost. Where it's like the kind of.
Yeah.
It looks more to be fair, gun based rather than stealthy, sort of like assassin-ness. But I don't know. I'm optimistic. Hopefully optimistic about it.
That's fair.
But
Again, it might be one of those games I play at a later date.
It's probably just gonna be very mediocre. Yeah.
If I feel like it. But yeah,
Isn't
it's
it
not
just
really
like a multiplayer thing? Like, there's no story or anything, is there?
Not
I
sure.
don't really know, to be honest. I really liked all the art and the music.
I don't really
though,
play
of it,
multiplayer
trailer.
games, so yeah, the music was cool.
Fair. So, Ben, you're gonna have to answer this for me because I watched Eddie's stream for the State of Play. But
Right.
when Final Fantasy VII, whatever it's called, got revealed, did James completely come in his pants?
Yeah, man, he was hyped.
Oh, I bet he was.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know have you played Final Fantasy VII Remake?
yeah, I loved it.
Did you? That's
Yeah.
interesting. Because I didn't.
Really?
No. I played the first 5-6 chapters in January, and I never got into it. I just couldn't. I found other games to play that I just preferred, and there's just something about it that didn't grip me in. So
Do you like
Which is
the
a
other
shame.
Final Fantasy games?
it's the first one I played or tried.
Yeah.
I really wanted to love it. Like, I heard so many great things about it from George, from James, from Tyler. I thought it was going to be incredible. Started playing it, and I was just a bit like, all right. It felt super long-winded, and like nothing really gripped me.
Really? Because it got nominated for Game of the Year and everything. Because I haven't played it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because I really did want to love it. And maybe I'll try it again in the future. But from first impressions and first, 15 hours or something like that.
I think you should go and play Final Fantasy 15 and complete that.
Okay.
And then play Final Fantasy 7. Because I think 15 is like a game for first-time Final Fantasy fans. It's like the perfect one to come in first. And I think you'll probably like 7 more that way.
That's the newest one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's on PS Plus Collection.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That would make sense, yeah.
I might do that then. I might add that to my little playlist. I say little. Add that to my playlist. All right. So I'm guessing you are excited for this Final Fantasy VII Remake. What is it, a sequel?
It's DLC, from what I gather.
Right.
It's an updated version of the game for PS5, and then also a DLC.
Right, you excited for that?
The upgrade, that's cool. I'll probably play that again at some point, but I don't really care that much about the DLC.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
It almost seems like they did a Miles Morales situation again, where we're like, is it a sequel? Was it a DLC? What's going on?
Yeah.
Because I thought it was a sequel. I thought it was like the part 2 of it.
Yeah, I was expecting a sequel announcement, but did you see those mobile games?
Oh,
yeah,
no,
I bet
not
everyone's
mobile
really
games.
excited about Final Fantasy VII Battle Royale.
Oh, man.
Oh my god. That's going to be epic. No, I did see James on Twitter or something. He posted a clip of that. It was hilarious, man. I can't believe Square Enix are doing this.
It's so strange.
Yeah,
There's always got to be
it
one,
is.
or at least one mobile game every couple of state of plays and directs or something. Well, maybe not directs, but just weird. Yeah.
But Ben, like, imagine there being a Kingdom Hearts Battle Royale for your phone.
Ugh.
Like, how insane does that sound?
Sounds just like a cash grab, really, doesn't it?
Yeah. Just getting into that market. Obviously, I'm not going to play it, and all the big Final Fantasy VII players won't play it. It's a different demographic.
Younger sort of audience, almost. But then Final Fantasy X fans tend to be quite like, well, not young, but like older. It's just a weird overlap, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you alright?
I don't know. Oh, the other thing I was quite interested. Sorry, what was that?
No, it's fine.
The other thing I was quite interested in with the state of play is Solar Ash, I think it was. Just like a fun parkour speed game.
That looked a lot like Pathless.
Yeah. Looked like that, yeah.
Very interesting.
Is
I wouldn't
that the
mind
one,
playing that at some point. I want to play Pathless.
Almost. Yeah.
Yeah. And the bird.
I want to play that at some point. Looks interesting as hell.
Because it's by the same guys who made God, what's it called? Hyper. I forgot the name now, but that was a good game as well.
I don't know.
I'm quite I don't know. It looks funky. It looks fun. It looks fresh.
Oh yeah.
That's that.
Fair. I mean, are there any place? Because I put on Twitter a poll of like completely out there announcements that they could put at the state of play that I definitely didn't think were going to happen, but like you never know.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued about what you might think could be a reasonable thing that Sony will announce soon. Because on the poll, I'll tell you, on the poll I put a new Quantum Dream game.
Detroit,
so, like,
yeah.
The guys made Detroit. Yeah. I put a new Naughty Dog
That's
IP.
what I was going to say.
Yeah. I put a new Kingdom Hearts game tease. Which I think is reasonable.
Just give it an okay name, please.
And then an Elden Ring trailer.
Oh, I completely forgot about
Elden
That's what I
Ring.
put. Yeah. But like, are there any games that you want to happen? Like whether it be a new IP or a sequel from Sony?
Just a new Naughty Dog IP, really.
Yeah, I think there was rumors about them doing like a medieval game, which I'd be like really down for.
That does sound good, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they're not finished with The Last of Us 2 yet. Then maybe they'll give it some small DLC.
Yeah, they wanted to do
something.
multiplayer or something, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Factions 2.
So obviously the first one got that small DLC.
Can't wait for a new IP.
Yeah.
I just want a new IP from Naughty Dog. This is what I want. I was discussing with some guys on Discord the other day. This is my Naughty Dog new IP.
Go on.
Okay.
It's set in Gothic Victorian era. Right? So like Bloodborne style.
Mm-hmm.
You play a detective.
Mm-hmm.
The game is like a detective stealth-based game, narratively like linear style game.
I already love
Naughty Dog flair, but it's like stealth detective. Yeah. You have a gun, but you rarely use it. Maybe, like if ever,
unless you're playing as me,
like,
unless I'm playing. Sorry,
unless you're playing as Jake, because you can't stealth. Like, how amazing would that be?
That'd be sick.
That does.
Like, can you think about the world building that Naughty Dog could do, like with the mystery and trying to figure out the crimes or what's happened.
Yeah.
Like
Gothic Victorian, you could do some really sort of like creepy stuff with it. You're trying to work out the crimes.
I want it. Like, we were just brainstorming in the Discord and eventually came up with that, and we're like, that's it. That's what they do.
Send it off to
I tweeted Naughty Dog my idea. They ignored me. they
Or maybe they were like, that it's already in development, right? And they didn't want to acknowledge it.
I friggin' hope so. Imagine if they announced that's what they're doing. I will flip.
So if they acknowledge you, then it just looks like they've stolen your idea.
Yeah, that's true. They have to cover their tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want, man. That's what I want. Because I feel like they've done the Apocalypse. They've done Tomb Raiding. What's next? You know, and they're both games that are very combat heavy, and I think this would be something that's a bit where combat isn't like the main thing.
Instead, you'll did like detective work.
Exactly. It'd be awesome.
But it's got to be detective work done right.
Yeah. It's got. And they could do it amazing.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, their writers are great. I'm sure they'll like create great mysteries in that.
If it was like some LA noir type thing, that'd be really good.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like, and Victorian, like Gothic, that style and aesthetic is like one of my favorite things.
Yeah,
I love it. So my favorite thing about Bloodborne was that Gothic.
Oh yeah, the
Victorian
setting is so
aesthetic.
good.
You didn't end up finishing Bloodborne, did you?
I haven't yet. I'm planning on it. I started streaming it, and I just wasn't enjoying streaming it. It's one of those games where I just want to play when I feel like it because it's so difficult. So
is that your
I'm gonna
first Souls game?
Sorry?
Is that your first Souls game?
No, I played Demon Souls on when that launched.
Oh yeah.
Loved it. Fell in love with Demon Souls.
I mean, what's a better game than Demon Souls? The one that kind of started off the whole soul genre, defined it.
That's it.
Makes perfect sense.
It. Yeah. It was interesting because I finished Demon Souls, and like the next day I was like, okay, I need to start Bloodborne. And
you started it too soon.
The next day,
kind of. Like maybe you were comparing it too much to Demon Souls.
I think it was just me streaming it, honestly. Like, it was annoying having to do 2.5 hour streams where I didn't get much done. Like, I would be happy to sit on my own for 6 hours
like people
trying
watching
to get
it
one
were like,
done.
oh, we've seen this fight 20 times already.
Yeah. Exactly. I just found it quite annoying. So I will for sure play it on my own. And I want to play through I want to play Dark Souls 1 and 2 and 3 as well.
I haven't played Dark Souls 2. I've played 1 and 3 because apparently 2 is like really bad according to most people.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard that too. I probably would just play 1, 3 and then 2 after if I feel like it.
Yeah, 3 is like actually one of my favorite games of all time. It's so good.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So I know they remade it. Oh no, they remade.
I just love that
1,
genre.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be perfect then. Yeah.
Really love that. It's weird because I never thought I'd like that kind of genre. I never thought I'd enjoy it.
Yeah, me neither.
But I played Demon Souls and I just fell in love with it.
Yeah.
So good. And Jake, you still need to play.
Say my Souls experience, the farthest I've gone is like a 2D platformer, Souls-like games.
Hollow Knight,
yeah.
Metroidvania type games.
What was that? Sorry.
Those are like Metroidvania games.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. But I do like it.
Like, you have a PS5 now. Why haven't you started Demon?
Because I need to finish Red Dead Redemption 2, otherwise I'll never play it. This is what happened in the first time.
Or you stream Demon Souls.
Right, and then finish Red Dead 2 in my own time.
I'd love to see you stream Demon Souls.
I guarantee it might be frustrating to watch.
Exactly. That's what'll be fun.
Speaking of streaming, how are you getting on with Control?
Control, it's really interesting.
Oh, I'm glad you
I love it.
I really like Control, yeah.
It's so different, and it's like a psychological thriller, and that's what I love about it. Like all this mystery and like psychological stuff going on, and like finding out what's going on and what these superpowers and how everything's happening. I love it. I love it.
Have you played Control?
I want to find out more.
I only played a little bit of it, but I was interested in it, so I'll get back to it at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is beautiful at that 60 FPS.
I can imagine, especially
4K.
all the abilities and that you get as well. With
Yeah.
3D audio
it
and that
looks
as well.
incredible. Oh, the 3D audio. 3D audio. I love 3D audio. Like, it makes games just sound different.
Yeah.
Entirely different. Did you play Miles Morales with a
Of
headset
course
on,
I
Jake?
did. What other way is there to play a game but with a headset on?
I mean, you can play it.
I guess so, but it's not as fun without a headset on.
It's not as immersive.
I do a lot of time. Yeah, that's very true. Man, 3D audio is just... Oh, I love it. I love it. It's a game changer. Like, in the fact that if you're playing Call of Duty, if you don't have 3D audio, you're at a huge disadvantage. Because I can hear someone running behind me from like 100 meters away, and I just turn around and I'm like, bup, bup, bup. They didn't even see me coming, but I heard them coming from behind me. I didn't even have to aim because I could hear with my. I could aim with my hearing.
With your hearing. Yeah.
Like that's how insane 3D
like
audio
Marvel
is.
Daredevil style.
Like Daredevil. Yeah.
It's I love it. I love it.
I'm glad you're enjoying Control.
Really cool.
I really did enjoy that. So much so, I got all the achievements in it.
Epic Plats.
Yeah.
You know what also I played? Epic River Raids on Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
DLC, yeah.
Let's go! I went in with the boys, no stealth, and I raided that shit.
King.
Oh damn.
That was a pain and a half. Oh my goodness. I just woke up yesterday and I was like, fuck it. I'm going to stream Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm going to play the River Raids. Why?
So is there...
Because I'm an idiot.
There no stealth? It's literally just... Well, raiding.
Oh no. You can, but the stealth's broken anyway. In
Yeah,
the game,
it just doesn't work.
It doesn't work. You go in a bush and found you.
You're still like, well,
Done.
time to... I mean, hey, it's stealth if you kill everyone who saw you, right?
Yeah. It was just raid after raid after raid, and it was just boring as hell. But the fact that I was streaming made it fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've tried the River Raids, Ben.
No, man. I deleted Valhalla like right after I completed it.
Yeah. I did the same thing. I deleted it after I finished the main story, and I was like, I'm never downloading this again.
Yeah.
Lo and behold,
Never mind.
A couple weeks later.
Okay, it's more like 2 months, but okay.
Well, what are your overall thoughts on Valhalla?
Well,
Time for a rant. I'm gonna sit this one in.
it's a strange one. I think there's a lot of good. It's mostly filled with shit, though, and stuff that I just don't like and I hate, and it's just not Assassin's Creed for me.
Yeah.
I don't know how you felt.
I just didn't like it. I'm pretty much in the Tyler camp. We have the exact same opinion on the game. For the first few hours, I was kind of into it, but then I was like, okay, well, you're making me do 25 hours of just pure nothing just to get to one tiny little bit of development. That's just not worth it.
Sounds a lot of filler, yeah. Because I haven't played
so much filler. So much filler. I don't know if you've seen my video I made, Ben, where I just ranted about my thoughts on the game after.
I saw the clip of you being like, "I'm done with Assassin's Creed."
Yeah.
Which is, I enjoyed that. That was funny.
I just had a lot of thoughts over the weeks come together. And I just needed to get them all out. So I was like, I could wait to the podcast and make Jake listen to me rant. Or I can make a video. And I made the video, and a lot of people agreed with me, surprisingly.
Yeah. There's more and more people coming around.
Yeah, it's good.
Maybe Ubisoft will actually realise they can't just make any game and then add some sort of assassin element into it to call it Assassin's Creed.
But people will keep buying them.
That's always true, yeah.
Exactly, that's the problem.
Yeah.
These people are going to say, I'm not going to... Assassin's Creed is boring to me, it's not Assassin's Creed anymore. But they still buy the games. I'm looking at you, lasers. But then, if you're not going to... It's not Assassin's Creed for you anymore, if you're not enjoying the games, why are you playing them? Why are you still going to buy them? I'm not going to buy the next Assassin's Creed game. I'm not going to play it. I'm done with the franchise.
Do you think it'll ever be good again?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No. It's not going to happen. Because, either way, people are still going to buy the games.
Yeah.
And Ubisoft are there for the money. So if people still buy them, they're going to still make them like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's the sad thing about
the
it.
Assassin's Creed formula now is just time period, associate, the figure like Vikings or Samurai, let you play as one of those, add some sort of stealth element, and boom, slap Assassin's Creed name of place, and then perfect, you got an Assassin's Creed game.
See, it's not even the Assassin's Creed formula anymore. You know what I mean?
more of like a
it's just
RPG,
completely different. Like, yeah, it's just you play as Epic Viking, but then there's also one assassin in the game. Like,
basically, like Hytham is the best character in the game.
oh yeah, definitely.
Hytham is so good. He's the only assassin.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
It's almost like assassins are good characters and Vikings aren't.
Basically, yeah. That's what I thought last time I checked.
And you know the codex pages, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
even I know those.
That like that as a concept of collecting them in a game is really cool. But when you have your character who doesn't care at all and can't even read the codex pages, it's like, what's the point then? Because you're playing as someone who doesn't share the same like viewpoint as the player, so it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
just
that makes
useless fan service.
Yeah.
Just fan service, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate fan service. It's just there
I was
to
about
be
to say
there.
almost like a desk
Yeah.
grip to keep Assassin's Creed players playing. Or like the original
Yeah,
Assassin's
because
Creed fans.
they'll have all these things like hidden away for like the true Assassin's Creed fans, but they'll never have the actual proper Assassin's Creed thing front and center ever again. Like, I just don't think they will.
It's not gonna. Yeah, it's just not gonna happen. And it's such a shame.
Yeah, it's sad.
And it's sad. It's sad to think how long I've been following this franchise, and it's one of the first proper games I played on my Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And like the nostalgic feeling I have towards it. It's a shame for me to finally say, I'm gonna stop now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna play a new game. It took me a while to come around and realize that, but I've done it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the slow decline and
And it's still unfortunate.
yeah. It's almost like the death of a franchise, isn't it?
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it really is. Like the death of the franchise was after Revelation.
Yeah, realistically,
It's
yeah.
almost a bit like a TV show like The Walking Dead or something. It's like, they're still going, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Like I said,
The only Assassin's wait.
I said in like my videos I did there like a couple of weeks ago or whatever, like the franchise has completely lost its identity. Like it doesn't even know what it is anymore, and it's baffling. Like, how did that
Yeah.
even happen?
Man, that was a great video.
Thanks, man.
It was a really good video. Like, I loved it. You can, if you want, you can talk about it here and
Yeah, go
get
ahead.
people onto it if you haven't seen it.
Okay, so for anyone watching that doesn't know, I made a video basically just covering the 10 Commandments of Assassin's Creed, the franchise that was made back in 2007 or something. I think they first wrote them down, and then looking at Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, which is like the best one in my opinion, with the commandments in mind, and seeing how it like holds up, and just kind of overall talking about my opinion on the state of the franchise as a whole.
That's really clever. That's a really good
Yeah,
idea.
and it was a really well put together video. Like,
I think it's like probably like my best work like video wise so far.
Oh, nice, yeah.
it's good. It's very good. Yeah, and I liked your Harry Potter video you made as well. That's cool.
Yeah, that was fun.
Like, I mean, I haven't read the books, but it's made me really want to read the books.
Yeah.
Like, I'll make sure to link your channel in the
Oh, yeah,
description
definitely, yeah.
Cheers, man.
and everything like that. So
I need to go on
know.
YouTube more.
But yeah, the only Assassin's Creed game I'd play is if they made a remake of the original Assassin's Creed game, and and Blue Point Games made it.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
remaster pros. Or the remake
sure, yeah.
pros, I should say.
That's what I'd play. That's it. That's the only Assassin's Creed only Assassin's Creed game I'd play.
Somebody write that down before he buys the next one.
Yeah.
I
They
wouldn't
just
want
could
them
do
to
an amazing
change
job
much
with it.
though.
Sorry?
Like I wouldn't want them to change much. All I'd want was like kind of a texture update, make everything look really nice, but keep the same mechanics.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it suits the game
definitely
so
keep
well.
the parkour. Definitely keep the parkour and combat pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Maybe some animation differences, just to make it look a little bit different.
I'd
but,
like the
keep the
climbing
core-
a bit faster, like in AC2, because it's really slow.
Yeah, like I feel like Blue Point did such an incredible job with Demon Souls in the fact that like when in the combat the animations look different from the original, but their timing is still the exact same, and the way it works is still the exact same.
So old players can still play it, and as if they like as if it's like the old game, so to speak. So they don't have to relearn.
They even like they left in some of the jank from the old game, because like Souls fans, they love like all those weird little glitches in games. Like it makes the game, so it's kind of funny they left those in.
That's really cool.
It's great, like, and they could do that with Assassin's Creed 1.
Blue Point really do know what
and
they're
it would
doing.
be amazing.
Yeah,
and if they brought in, I know he would never do it because Ubisoft wouldn't let him, but if they brought in Darby McDevitt to be the lead lead the narrative on that game, that would be amazing. And like not recreate the story, but just add a few bits and like and like, you know, fill it out a bit, because it's a little bit like the game design, how the mission structure works. It's a little bit.
It's repetitive.
Yeah. I feel like they could rework it a little bit, so it still feels that like classic, you know, investigation, then assassin, and then do an assassination.
Yeah.
But they could make it more different.
It's probably quite outdated now, to be fair. It came out a long time ago. How many years do we know?
Loads. 2007. So.
Yeah.
Oof, like what, 14 years?
It is very outdated, but it's still one of the best. So.
There you go.
That's how it be.
What, the Assassin's Creed segment has ended.
Oh, I hope so. Goodness me.
Before somebody gets drawn back in now. Is there any other topics you want to speak about then?
Yes, so we got
Both
PS
Bens.
Plus doing bits again, Jake.
Oh, are they?
They're doing bits again. We got the new games up for the next month. Have you seen them?
I haven't, no, actually. I was looking for them the other day, but I kind of gave up. I wasn't that interested.
They just released.
That's
literally like half an hour ago.
There. Go on.
Before we started recording. Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Really?
Yeah. PS Plus, they're just on another league.
What? What's the PS5 game? Or is
like,
that the... Oh no, because it's not.
So you have Final Fantasy VII Remake, Farpoint, which is like a VR game that I've actually wanted to play for ages, so now I can. Yeah. Maquette, which is the PS5 game. And I've looked it up, and it looks really interesting.
Is it an indie game or?
It sounds like it.
I think so. I'm definitely going to try it out. Like, it looks really chill and like it's like a lot of fun. Almost like, looks a bit like puzzly, which I like. And then Remnant from the Ashes, which I haven't heard of. But yeah, again, an incredible selection of games. Like, and then you look at Xbox Live Gold.
You're gonna,
Jake.
Man, Xbox.
Now,
what's happened?
I like to know what Ben Higgins' opinions is on this, of PS Plus versus Xbox Live Gold, Xbox Game Pass.
Well, I don't have an Xbox, so I can't really say from personal experience, but from what I can tell, there's like a lot of stuff on Game Pass, and some of it's good, some of it's not good. But the PS Plus collection, they have like all the games in there are like all really good. Like God of War is on there, and that's my favorite game ever. So I'm like, it's already just the best thing.
Exactly. Now, in my mind, PS Plus is on a like. There's actually no reason not to have it. Like, and it's like on a whole nother league compared to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. It's half the price, and in my view, way more value is on there.
Xbox Game Pass seems to be more like quantity over actual quality. Like they just keep announcing more and more random games you've like heard of once or never heard of even at all, and just like, oh look, new games. Still relevant, right?
I feel like Microsoft care more about the Game Pass than they do about like making like exclusive games and stuff.
But then saying that, they bought like all these like Bethesda studios and
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't remember what else they
Yeah,
recently
but what's
bought.
that for? Is that to fill out the Game Pass library?
Yeah, so when they release new games straight
Yeah.
onto Game Pass, who knows?
Exactly. Like, I don't think they're going to make Bethesda games
No,
exclusive
definitely not.
to
No.
Xbox. And even if they did, I don't actually care. I don't like. I'm not going to play a new Fallout. Elder Scrolls 6. If it's amazing, which I really hope it is, I'll get an Xbox for that.
Starfield?
Because
I'd
it's
get an
Elder Scrolls
Xbox
6.
for Fable.
Oh, that's what.
Yeah, exactly. When the new Fable comes out, I'm going to get an Xbox for that. So I'll already
Yeah.
have one.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Xbox, PS Plus has so much on it. Like the games on PS Plus collection, there's 30 incredible games. There's some are better than others, but they're all incredible. And they're all games that I would be like, okay, I'm going to play that. I'm going to play that. I want to play that. I want to play that. All of them. All of them are on there. I
Yeah,
want to
none
play.
of them are like stocking fillers, so to speak.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, Persona 5 is a game I've really wanted to try. It's on PS Plus collection. I can try it without having to pay for it. I just pay my £50 a year. And I also get online the PS Plus games, all the other games on PS Plus collection. It's a no-brainer. I don't know. But yeah. And these PS Plus games that come out, like Control, like, you know, Final Fantasy VII Remake, they're all like really new.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, isn't it? I still
amazing
can't believe-
games.
And then you look at Xboxes, which is like
It is.
some random games you had in your Xbox 360 or something. Your Xbox One, sorry. But I don't know,
Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah, the Xbox games this month were honestly just they weren't good again.
Can you remember what they were?
More
I haven't
indie
seen
games.
anything. Oh, just more indie games.
Nope.
To be fair, a lot of indie games are good.
Just more
but
indie games.
You don't really want to get those for free.
Yeah, but
Almost, it's
you
not the
know-
value. That's why you don't. It's not why you pay for the monthly
Exactly.
subscription, is it?
And like you look, and a lot of the time they're actually games that are just on Game Pass.
Which you have anyway.
It's like they're just going through the Game Pass library. Exactly. Oh yeah, but that's that.
Yeah. Mini rant over.
Ben, I don't know if there's anything you want to talk about.
Okay, I'm curious just to know both of your top 5 games of all time.
Top 4 or 5 games.
Oh
of all
god,
time.
top 5.
Do you want to go first, Ben?
Yeah. Number 1, The Last of Us Part 2.
Fair enough.
Easy. For me, it's the perfect game. Has incredible story, incredible acting, writing, world design. It's just incredible. 2, oh no, this is tough. God of War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God of War. I think God of War is a masterpiece. I think in the same way, I also think The Last of Us 2 is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
So yeah, God of War. 3, Assassin's Creed Revelations.
Really?
Yeah, it's my favorite Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, I love
Assassin's Creed
Revelations.
Revelations. Yeah, I think for me it's just the story in it. It's just like, and that ending is just
Yeah.
incredible. So I do love
Fair
Revelations. 4,
I was
Kingdom
going to say,
Hearts
is it going to be
2?
a Kingdom Hearts game?
I think Kingdom Hearts 2 is probably my favorite Kingdom Hearts game. Out of the ones I played, obviously, maybe Melody and Memory will beat it. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2, 4th, and 5th. Oh my god,
It's
Oh,
too
this
many
is
games
tough.
to think of.
yeah, there actually are. Circle back.
Circle back to you, okay. God, now what about Death Stranding?
Death Stranding, that's
Boom.
5th. Death Stranding. 5th.
Because I was just thinking of
Thanks,
mine as
Jake.
well. I was like, yeah, Death Stranding's on there.
I love Death
Yeah,
Stranding.
it's my number one's got to be God of War at the moment. I mean, hey, how can you not like God of War, right? The combat's like perfect. And like,
Good
yeah.
choice.
I'm terrible at making lists. I think my second has got to be Death Stranding, to be honest. It's not a walking simulator,
Yeah.
guys. It is fun.
It's not.
Yeah.
That's
Are they
right.
going to do a PS5? Like,
I freaking hope so.
upgrade? I would love. Well, we talked about this last time, I think, with the triggers
We
and
did,
the BTs
yeah.
and all that. But yeah. Number 3.
Want it.
God, I'm trying to think of game control. Nope. Yeah, screw it. Control.
Really?
Maybe not number 3. Maybe like 5, but it's definitely on there. And I've also got to
Right.
put the explanatory Stardew Valley because, hey, I like that game. Okay. So
No, that's good.
yeah.
Good games. Good choice for the top 5, Jake.
And then Hollow Knight's got to be there somewhere too. See, I quite like the indie games as well.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, God of War, Death Stranding, Stardew Valley, Hollow Knight, and wait, did I say Control already?
You said
Yeah.
Control, yeah.
You know, there's 5 games. Order them yourself as long as God of War and Death Stranding's in the top 2.
All right then. Man, that's an interesting list.
Hmm.
Actually, that's a very
Yeah.
interesting list. Man, what about you though,
Yeah,
Higgins?
I'm interested to know.
My number 1, I said a few minutes ago. It's God of War,
Yeah, I thought you
and
did.
then number 2 is Uncharted 4.
Hmm.
Number
Yeah.
3 is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Yeah, yeah.
Number 4, Witcher 3,
Ah, yeah, The Witcher. Yeah.
and 5, Dark Souls 3.
Strong
fair.
games. Strong
Yeah.
games.
Fair, fair. Very strong games. We've both got an Assassin's Creed game in our third slot, so
True AC YouTubers.
Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
Hey, we've all got God of War up there as well.
Different ones though. This is the thing that I feel like my favorite Assassin's Creed game switches quite a lot between the Ezio games. Like it could, if I think nostalgically, it's always going to be 2,
Yeah.
because like 2 is the first one I played.
Yeah, same.
But if I think, yeah, like I feel like, but then it could be Brotherhood on one day, and then it could be Revelations the next day.
Yeah.
It often changes. But yeah, Jake put Control before The Witcher 3. Jake, how would you feel?
Again, I really like this, like the sci-fi just type of like supernatural type of game. And I don't know, I just really enjoyed the
Yeah.
gameplay of that game. You know, it was fluid, it was fun. It didn't feel repetitive at all, really.
But it's The Witcher 3.
Yeah, yeah. I forgot about Witcher, to be fair.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta play the Uncharted games at
I
some
will.
point, Jake.
I
Oh, yeah,
actually do own the
definitely.
Nathan Drake collection.
Play it, man. It's great. I love
So
Sure,
good.
right after I finish Red Dead Redemption 2. Demon Souls,
There you go, there you go.
Ghost of Tsushima I want to play as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All great games, Jake.
Yeah.
Again, I still can't decide what I'm going to play after Red Dead. I really want to play Ghost of Tsushima, but I feel like again I'm not using the PS5's functionality. I feel like I should play Demon Souls or something.
I mean, Ghost of Tsushima has a PS5 update.
How
I'm
does
pretty
it?
sure it's like 60 FPS, 4K. Yeah, it looks good, Jake. No, play Ghost of Tsushima, and it's a shorter game than, well, it's not really a shorter game. Play Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, good
I'm
game.
telling you, like over Demon Souls, you should play Ghost of Tsushima. It's so
Yeah,
good.
'cause it came out a while ago, and I've always wanted to play it, and I just haven't. Like, I've always had more games to play, you know. Yeah.
I think you'll like it more than Last of Us 2.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed The Last of Us 2, but it's not like... I was like, yeah, it's a good game, but... I said it didn't make my top 5.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite.
I love Last of Us 2.
Sorry,
I love Last of Us 2.
you love it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben's
See,
relieved, yeah. Because it's like, do people hate it or do they love it?
it's a freaking. It's a masterpiece, like an actual
It's so good.
masterpiece. It's incredible. I loved it. I finished it and I was like, oh my god. Like I just knew.
I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
I have like
Jacob-
PTSD from it.
Oh yeah. Oh for sure. I'm dreading replaying it eventually.
Yeah.
But also I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna I've decided that I'm gonna make a video 1 year
I
after the
remember you
release
telling
of
me,
like
yeah.
I was gonna do just The Last of Us 2 like retrospective, but I'm gonna do like a 1 and 2 the perfect game story
The perfect game.
Oh,
of like
cool.
1 and 2 put together, because I think that's what it is.
Who knows? Maybe in like
I think The Last of Us 1 and 2 create a perfect
maybe in
story.
a year's time we'll get some news. Maybe on like a Last of Us Part 3 or something, the final part or something. I don't know.
Do you think they'll do another one?
I think so.
I hope they don't.
I feel like they will.
Yeah, I feel like they will.
I think they will, and I'm not fussed either way. Like I think they could do an incredible third game, but at the same time, they've also left a really good ending. So I'm not bothered either way. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't think it's necessary, but they definitely could do it. Like,
yeah, that's basically the same thoughts.
Not fussed, but happy if they do so.
Yeah, that's basically it. I don't know how you feel about maybe a side game though, like a spin-off
with different characters, or the same characters,
like
in the same way they did Lost Legacy.
Also, like a Joel prequel or something.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of like a game where you play as Tommy set before the first game.
Oh, that would be nice. Yeah. Because obviously, I remember you telling me actually being like, "Oh, how did they fall out?" Because obviously in the first game, it's like, "Oh, is Tommy gonna hate us still, or how's he gonna react?"
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think that'd be really interesting for them to play around with.
But who knows what they're up to?
But yeah,
only time will tell, as per games.
Sure. But I reckon we've had a good old podcast here, lads.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure having you on, Ben Higgins.
It's a pleasure being here, man.
Do you want to plug your channel?
Really liked you. It's been. Yeah, go ahead for it, man. Please do.
Yeah, I mean, go and subscribe to me.
It's kind of precious.
Hopefully you like my videos.
But yeah, he does run his own YouTube channel. He creates really good quality videos. He definitely deserves to be a lot bigger than he is, but that's fine.
Cheers.
It's YouTube algorithm. But yeah, go and subscribe. The link will be in the description if I remember, and I will remember because I'm got that good memory in there.
We'll get to doing timestamps. But this will be in here anyway.
yeah, that's true. But yeah, this has been the Random Wavelength Podcast, episode 6. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to become part of the community, come join our Discord channel. It's where we'll have epic chats, and we also get the topics for the podcast on there, and you ask questions and everything like that. So come join that, and you get to vote for the next game I stream. So the last game I streamed, which is the one I'm playing now, is Control, and the guys on the Discord voted for me to play that. So you get to join in on the little votes. So yeah, check out on the channel as well, the streams I do, and all the other videos. Can't wait for episode 7, guys. Thank you all for watching. See ya.
Bye.